guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. 4 years ago today, July 27th, 2021, Michael Joseph Vaughan was taken. He was abducted from his loving family in Fruitland, Idaho. And there are currently 4 suspects, 4 persons of interest that have been named in his abduction. They know who they are. They do. And we're going to talk more about that as well. But this sweet little child, all he wanted to do was go out and play. Find some friends, go out and play. Instead, his life and his family's life were forever changed. Michael's case has been one I've talked about. It does seem like forever at this point, but it's not forever. It's about 3 years since I've been speaking about sweet Michael. And sometimes it's hard to put into words how much my heart breaks for his family and what I've seen them go through. And the fact that law enforcement, Fruitland Police Department, FBI, and all the other agencies that have assisted in this case, they all have put their hearts and worked so hard. And Brandy, little monkey's mama, she would go out, wear her feet to the bone, her body to the bone, searching for her sweet boy. And I hate to say the phrase, it's not fair, but it's not fair that these 4 and potentially others suspects thought it was okay to steal him from his family. His community wants him home. Monkey's Army, we will never stop. And if you're new to this case, please check out the playlist on Michael. But I will give you a little bit more of some information on what we know from what happened 4 years ago. He went missing, like I said, on July 27th of 2021. His dad, Tyler, he was inside. He went to change Michael's baby sister Buggy's diaper and order a pizza for the kids. Now Brandy, she went off to work not long before. So Tyler had the 4 kids, home to himself. Okay, it was just the dad and the kiddos. The two older siblings, they were in their rooms. Michael was usually sitting in the living room playing his video games. Tyler thought he'd be fine. He just went upstairs to wake up the baby, change her diaper, and then ordered some dinner for the family. He came down, and Michael was gone. They believe that he went out the garage door, and then he started to go door to door, looking for someone to play with. He at least went to 3 different neighbors' doors, and he just knocked on the door and said, "Hey, can you come out and play?" Fun little 5-year-old boy. He just wanted to play. And somewhere between 6:40 p.m. and 7 p.m., the four suspects came along in their vehicle. They saw Michael playing by himself in a yard, which Stacy Wandra would later say he was playing in a neighbor's yard. Because it's believed that they were stalking that neighborhood. Splash pad, the entire neighborhood, because the Wandras and the other two suspects, they live not far from the Vaughan family on Red Wing Street. Somehow they convinced little Michael to come over, and somehow they grabbed him and put him in their vehicle. I don't know if they showed him a dog, a puppy, what they said, but he was taken. And after that was when Tyler realized he was gone. It's around 7:21. Tyler made the phone call to 911 to report little Michael missing. Another sad fact is that there's still a small percentage of people who, to this day, 4 years later, still say that Tyler and Brandy are involved in Michael's disappearance. Those people couldn't be any more wrong if they tried. They have been cleared by the Fruitland Police Department, and it's been stated very clearly that the family is not a focus of the investigation. They cooperated early on, and they have never wavered in their cooperation in the case of their missing son. Again, Michael was abducted. That is known. And it's known the four main suspects. And this was clarified in a press conference with Chief Huff. This is the press conference when the four suspects were announced. And again, these are still the four suspects in the case of Michael Vaughan's abduction.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to start out by saying thank you to our media partners. Thanks for being here. And thank you for the continued coverage of the Michael Vaughan case. I also wanted to begin by just giving my sincere thanks to all the law enforcement agencies, local businesses, and members of the public who helped us over the course of the last year and a half of this intense investigation. More recently, during the last 3 weeks, we could not have completed the work necessary without the selfless help of others. The community support has been absolutely incredible. As you know, from the time Michael went missing, this has been an all-hands-on-deck investigation, and it remains very active and an ongoing investigation. You can't take one of our most precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop. During the course of this investigation to date, we received credible information that the remains of Michael Vaughan could be found in the backyard at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland. As a result, the Fruitland Police Department obtained a search warrant for the residence along with the front and backyards. That search warrant was served on November 11th. It was a Friday. We served that late in the evening. Upon entry, officers encountered Sarah Wandra, one of the known occupants of the home, and Sarah was subsequently arrested based on probable cause that she had knowledge of Michael's death and failed to report that death to law enforcement. The following day, the Fruitland Police Department, joined by the Idaho State Police, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, the Fruitland Fire Department, and the Fruitland Public Works Department, began a very methodical excavation of the backyard of the Wandras' home. During that excavation process, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, Mountain States detection dogs deployed multiple certified human remains detection dogs on the property. all of them alerting to the presence of human remains. Ground-penetrating radar was also used and deployed, detecting anomalies in the backyard. We completed the excavation of the entire backyard and removed over 250 yards of dirt. Prior to backfilling the yard, the dirt was meticulously sifted for any potential human remains. We did not find Michael's remains. Although the remains of Michael Vaughan were not recovered, we strongly believe, based on evidence, that Michael was abducted and is deceased, and that his remains were buried and later moved from the property.
This press conference, I remember watching. I remember very, very clearly. And it broke my heart. That said, until Michael is found, I choose to have hope that he's still alive, but we have to also understand, and we have to understand that this has been a very tough investigation, and Fruitland and everyone else, FBI working with the department, has made sure that they follow the evidence, and they are very meticulous. So whatever Chief Huff and his team reports is very, very important, because we follow the evidence. It's another reason why I always keep that on the left side here. Remember, it says people lie, evidence doesn't. Evidence is always key to solving anything, any crime, missing kids. Got to follow the evidence.
As of today, the whereabouts of his remains are unknown. However, the investigation is active, fluid, and ongoing. Once the excavation was complete, we conducted a thorough search of the Wanderer's residence. The search was productive, and additional investigative evidence was recovered and is currently being processed. Evidence suggests that the following individuals who are currently in custody are involved in the abduction of Michael Vaughan. This is Sarah Wandra, 35 years old. Sarah lives at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland and was living there at the time of Michael's disappearance. We believe that Sarah has firsthand knowledge and is involved in Michael's abduction. Sarah Wandra is currently being held at the Payette County Jail for failing to report a death to law enforcement. This is Sarah's husband, Stacy Wandra, 30 years old, a male. Stacy was also living at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland and was living there at the time of Michael's disappearance. We believe that Stacy has firsthand knowledge and is involved in the abduction of Michael Vaughan. Stacy is currently being held in the Washington County Jail on unrelated charges. Now, the next individuals I'm going to introduce you to, let's go at the bottom there. This is Brandon Shirtliff, 30 years old, of Kuna, Idaho. Brandon was living with Sarah and Stacy Wandra at 1102 Red Wing Street at the time of Michael's disappearance, and we believe Brandon has firsthand knowledge of Michael's abduction. Brandon is currently believed to be in North Dakota. Adrian Lucien, 32-year-old male out of Toledo, Ohio. Adrian was staying with Sarah and Stacy Wandra at 1102 Red Wing Street at the time of Michael's disappearance. and we believe that Adrian has firsthand knowledge of Michael's abduction. Adrian is currently believed to be in Toledo, but floats between Ohio and California. I strongly encourage Shurtleff and Lucien to contact the Fruitland Police Department detectives, as the window of time for talking and cooperation is coming to a close.
And again, this is a older press conference, so Brandon has since come back to Idaho. He seems to like to have a revolving door because his mama lives in Kuna. And Adrian, well, he still kind of rotates around. And like I said at the beginning, two of the suspects are in jail right now for other charges, and that would be Stacy Wandra and Sarah Wandra. So at this point, half of the suspects are behind bars, just not for the abduction of Michael.
This remains an active and ongoing investigation, with conversations taking place with the Payette County Prosecutor's Office about Michael's case and those individuals involved. We also believe that there are others associated with the Wandras, Shurtleff, and Lucy, who may have knowledge of Michael's abduction, and I would strongly encourage them to come forward and speak with my detectives. When we finally reach the conclusion of this investigation, and I can assure you that we will, all of those who have knowledge of Michael's disappearance and have failed to report or hindered our investigation will be pursued. There's a moment in time to do the right thing and bring your information forward and cooperate, and that moment in time is now. Tips can be sent to findmichael at fruitland.org or to Crime Stoppers at 343cops.com or the Fruitland Police Department at 208-452-3110. Tipsters can remain anonymous. I just want to make it clear that this is a very active and ongoing investigation.
And just like J.D. Huff said, these are the four suspects. Sarah Wandra, Stacy Wandra, Brandon Shurtleff, Adrian Lucien. These four individuals are somehow involved with Michael's abduction. 4 years ago, they stole little 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan from his loving family. And law enforcement, the family, and Monkey's Army will never give up until Michael is brought home and these people and anyone else involved is brought to justice. So, in case you're listening, Brandon or Adrian or anyone that knows anything, you still have time to talk. We know that Sarah and Stacy are still behind bars. You both are out free for now. But the time is coming. It may be taking longer than anyone ever hoped it would or prayed it would. But your time is coming. And Brandon's mama and Sarah's mama, y'all should talk too. And anyone else who has any knowledge of Michael's abduction. I'll put the number on the screen. It's time to talk. Call up Fruitland Police Department and get it off your chest. Let's bring Michael home. This has gone on way too long. Way too long. Here are some videos that Brandy has shared of sweet little Michael. And if you're out there, Brandon, Adrian, anyone else who has information about Michael's disappearance, watch these. Yeah.
I like looking at the moon. Oh, you're getting a picture of the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're getting a video of the moon?
Video. You were so excited. All right. Time for bed now.
But I still want to look at some stars. How about if we do a line of a pattern with the stars and maybe we can shape something? What is that called?
Astrology.
Astrology, right. So let's do astrology.
Okay, listen, Mama, don't touch nothing else with that hand. You can only touch with this hand, okay?
Okay. Can you touch one?
Touch the pan. Can you feel how hot that is? Stay back in the stove.
It doesn't feel hot.
Yeah, but it'll get hot. Pick it up. Hey, stay back, stay back.
No, my cookies. We made real homemade
Cookies.
Can you touch them?
Don't touch with the other hand.
Aww. If I could grab one.
Not with that. You gotta let them rest.
Aww, I gotta let the cookies rest.
Yeah, because it's hot.
Okay. I'm gonna put two of those on, so.
Okay.
Can you put two of those
Put your glove on.
Okay.
Got your glove? You want me to carry it and we'll put them on the cooling pan?
Yeah, cooling pan. What's a cooling pan?
Or the cooling rack? Yeah, get down. Okay.
Now go.
Got your glove?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you touch that?
No, don't touch the cookies. We touch the pan.
Oh.
Put their glove on. Don't touch anything else. Don't. No. There you go. All right. Looks like it's you. Okay, we'll set it up here. Okay. We'll take our glove off and let that cool for a few minutes, okay?
No, I gotta keep my glove on so I can grab the homemade cookies. Okay?
Okay.
I need the other one on too.
You have two gloves? You ta-da-da. Look, I made real cookies. We will never give up on finding Michael and bringing him home. And to the suspects, how dare you? How dare you take Michael away from his family? How dare you? Thank you all for watching and continuing to share Michael's beautiful, beautiful face. And trust me, there will be much more coming. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.